All right. And with that, it's back on another Wednesday night. We are live, as Kurt Valenti likes to say, another K&K Takeover episode with Brandon and myself, Scoop. No BS is here with B and S as the Game 4 of the NBA Finals rages on. For those who haven't seen it so far, the Spurs have been taking it to New York, built up a sizable lead at halftime. The Knicks have been making it a little bit more interesting than we expected in the third into the fourth quarter, but so far it still remains the Spurs with all the control at this time, with about 8 minutes to go in the fourth. So we'll be updating y'all on that as we go on, but we're going to have some good discussions tonight. A lot of the main sports content you'll see tomorrow on What's the Scoop. So some of those things we'll leave for tomorrow's show, just because we're not going to be doubling up on content, but there's still plenty to get into. Just kind of talk about what's going on in the sports world and just general tonight with this late hour. And we'll see if our guy Rob pops his head in a little bit, because I'm sure he'll have much to say about the World Cup starting tomorrow, as you guys have been increasingly discussing both on air and behind the scenes. You excited? I know your Portugal team just had a friendly today, but I think tomorrow was more what you were excited about.
Yeah. I can't wait. I mean, as somebody who's not the biggest soccer fan in the world, but is roots for my Portuguese heritage, especially because country is always bigger than club. So
absolutely.
So I'm a kind of guy where, Portugal just means a little bit more to me, even though I'm a mixed mutt. I always say that on the show, but it means a little bit more to me, obviously, because I share my grandfather's last name. It's Portuguese. I'm out of all my nationalities, I still mostly am. There's a big three basically that I'm mixed up with: Portuguese, Puerto Rican, and German. But
interesting.
And then a little bit of the other ones, but mostly those are the big three. And but I live with my grandfather also, and my grandfather's not even a big soccer fan, but it's just the Portuguese heritage, just
right.
And also because my grandfather came here from Portugal when he was a kid. He came here poor. Like my grandfather's story of coming here as a poor, little Portuguese immigrant kid is important to me. So
right.
It means everything. Portuguese soccer means a lot to me. So, and obviously because there is no Portugal obviously without Ronaldo, even though they played better without him. Honestly,
that's crazy. I know you've mentioned that before.
Yeah, but I think that I'm just excited. I mean, I know they don't play tomorrow, but I'm excited to watch. I'm excited to see. Yeah, the Spurs are going to choke this game.
How is this a 9-point game? I don't mean to interrupt you. How the hell is this a 9-point game?
Because once again, the Spurs are falling into their trap. They're rushing their shots too much. Like they're rushing into that. I mean, the good thing is they're in the bonus, so the Knicks can't foul them. So, I mean that's the good thing. But like, it's 6 minutes left. And it's a 9-point game. This was a 30-point lead at one point, and Wemby just can't guard Cat. He's too soft. Wemby's too damn soft against Cat. But like Wemby's got all that size, but for what? But when it comes to just Portuguese soccer, it's important. Portuguese soccer is a big thing. They're one of the big, bigger countries when it comes to soccer. They're one of the
right.
The Romance languages are all big soccer countries.
Yep.
So it's just important that we kind of celebrate that every 4 years for the World Cup. Like obviously for the Euro, for the UEFA Nations League, all the major country tournaments. It's important. Plus, Portugal just as a roster, even if you're not Portuguese, Portugal as a roster is one of the best rosters in the world.
Right.
So, it's really important that I kind of watch that and embrace that embrace my kind of Portuguese roots every so often. So,
right.
I'm even wearing a T-shirt. So
I'm trying to. I can't tell what that says, to be honest.
So in English, because there's different ways to pronounce this, but it's the Azorian Gardens, so Azores Gardens. So that's where we were for vacation
Okay.
last year. So that's the Portuguese islands. So but if you're Portuguese, you say Açores. So
Mhm.
um, so I've got I love this shirt too. It's nice. So
Awesome.
um, so I'm wearing this. So when we get closer to game day, you'll see me wear my Portugal jersey more. I wore it on the show a couple times already, but it's that it means a lot. Like the World Cup, even for an average soccer fan, is still a big deal, big experience, etc. So
Yes.
that'll be fun. So we'll see.
And when does Portugal's first game?
The 17th, we
Oh,
play.
okay. So not until next week.
Yeah, we play the Congo.
Okay. Okay. So, wow, that's interesting. So even though it starts tomorrow, there are still teams that don't play until
Next week.
Yeah. That's wild to me.
Yeah, because there's so many teams. That the field is so massive that there's so many teams. That's basically it.
Do you know this person in our comment section?
Let me pull it up. I don't know why I don't have mine up for some reason. It's loading. No.
All right. Anyway. And you gotta be. You gotta be.
The Spurs are living and dying by the 3. Why?
You gotta be. You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Honestly, we just keep going with this for the next 5 minutes because that's how long the game is. So.
What the? I mean, 5 minutes of regulation doesn't. I mean, that's gonna be closer to 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Spurs are going to blow this. There's no way they're not. It's 5 minutes up. It's a 7-point game.
I genuinely can't believe that they are going to actually have the worst choke job in NBA history.
I don't understand why their coaching staff is allowing a 17-4 run to continue. You have 3 timeouts. Call one.
There we go.
Oh my god, my game is even freezing too. Like this is terrible.
What? I can't. I think that was Stephon Castle. I can't quite tell. But what does he look so excited about? You just gave up a 23-point margin.
Yeah, it's a 4-point game of 4 minutes left. Good night, San Antonio. Honestly, this is the end of the series. Good night. How do you allow a 20-4 run in the 4th quarter in 5 minutes?
What the?
It's a 20-4 run.
What the?
I'm sorry, but honestly, if I'm San Antonio, if you choke this game, if you lose this game, which they will at this point, if you lose this game, don't even bother showing up for game 5. Just forfeit. That's pathetic basketball.
I was on another show a little while ago, and I thought this was a hot take at the time, but somebody said if the Spurs lose this series, no, I'm sorry. He said if the Knicks lose this series, Mike Brown should be fired. Honestly, the way that the Spurs are playing right now, and what I just saw after how they started this series, I'm not sure Mitch Johnson shouldn't be coaching for his job.
I've said this all along. When literally these 4 games have come down to coaching decisions.
Yeah.
And for me, honestly, I understand that the Spurs are young.
Yeah.
They've had leads in the last 2 to 4 minutes of every single game.
And they can't hold a single one. And
they can't hold a single one of them with or without Wemby on the floor. They're just
and like you said, I mean, you talk about coaching decisions and coaching impact. When is a coaching impact most palpable and most impactful? It's the final 2 to 4 minutes of the second half, or I'm sorry, of the second quarter and of the 4th quarter.
And honestly, even if they hang on and win, I would still wonder if you bring back really the entire coaching staff next year, because this is ridiculous. Look at this. Wemby's not even moving off the ball. What are you doing, brother? Why are we settling for the worst shots known to man? Huge shot by De'Aaron Fox. Finally, he shows life.
I mean, he hit up a couple big ones in the last game too.
Yeah, but he's been a little bit non-existent in this 4th quarter, especially late here. But they got to get stops. If you're San Antonio, you got to get stops. Bro, what defense is that? Who the hell is that? How do you let Jose Alvarado literally just put you in the slowest spin cycle of all time? I will never understand.
Please, please, it's painful for me to watch this. Traded him for a guy in 2 seconds, and then you waived that guy the very next day, and he went to the 76ers.
Yeah.
So basically, we gave up this guy for 2 second-round picks.
Like, what is this like? What is this zone defense that they're playing right now? They're like, this makes no sense. I'm not. You can't play that against the Knicks, guys. Someone's open for three. Why are you doubling Brunson when he's got no shot? Like, I get you have to double him. He's their best player, but why are you doubling in that situation when the shot clock's winding down? Why are you doubling?
And it's a 4-point game again.
Man, you got 2 minutes.
I don't even like either team in this game, and it's taking years off my life.
Why is De'Aaron Fox taking that? Why are we isolating? What are the Spurs doing offensively?
What was that?
Do they have a clue? Do the Spurs have any clue what they're doing offensively? Any clue?
It doesn't look like it, because I basically just saw what are basically the equivalent of Hail Mary passes.
Like, why are we playing ISO ball with them? Once again, just like in game one, why is De'Aaron Fox getting an ISO late? Why? It makes no sense. Honestly, if I'm the Spurs, no threes defense. And Wemby just got, his game's over. Good night, San Antonio.
Did he just get teched?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
You got to move the ball. Why is De'Aaron Fox still getting an ISO? What is happening?
There's no fucking way that just happened.
Oh my God, you blew the layup. That might just save the Spurs. Go! Oh, if Wemby would have made that with a continuation, that would have been a big shot. Oh, now my buddy's texting me.
Which do I know him?
Nah, it's one of my coworkers.
Oh, okay. Is he got a rooting interest in this game?
I think he's a Knicks fan, but he's pretty fair. That Josh Hart missed layup is massive. If the Spurs can capitalize on it, that's massive. And now Wemby's rattled as all hell. Honestly, if I'm the Spurs at this point, because the Knicks are just nothing but shooters, I'm just playing no threes defense at this point.
Yeah, I heard you say that before, and I honestly don't have any reason to disagree with you.
You just can't at this point. Wow, he missed both free throws. Wemby actually sucks. He can't handle a big game. He can't handle a big moment.
He shot 9 for 25 tonight. Oh my God.
Yeah, Wemby can't handle a big game. He just can't. He's not built for it. He's too soft, and he sucks when it matters most. He's not clutch.
My word.
Yeah, this game's over. Wow, it's going to be 3-1 Knicks. I can't, but the first lead of the game. And once again, the Spurs choke in the final 5 minutes of a game. Every game has been the same thing. And once again, why is De'Aaron Fox the one touching the ball most for the Spurs? Why?
I can't actually believe what I just watched.
Holy hell, they choke. What a choke.
Oh my God, how did you let him steal that? Oh, okay, you kept the possession. Oh my God. Oh my God, Castle, you absolute stumad.
I have to text about this because this is insane. Just forfeit, bro. Just forfeit.
Unfreaking believable.
If I'm San Antonio, oh man, listen. Oh, and we got a couple more comments. Well, for the same person just saying hi. But
Oh, hello.
I know we're not talking much sports now, but come on, man. Like this is sports. Like this is crazy what's happening right now.
I mean, that's like the main reason why. So, for those who are tuning in and who are confused as to what's going on right now, the game 4 of the NBA Finals is on. The Spurs had, I'm not exaggerating, a 30-point lead at the half, and have now choked it to the New York Knicks, who lead by 1.
Yeah.
With 39 seconds to go.
The Knicks' first lead of the game came with literally less than 90 seconds to play. That's better.
And it's after having been that would statistically and numerically be the biggest choke in NBA playoffs history. I
it's just insane.
What the hell was that?
I don't. So all the people saying that Wemby should have won was an MVP. Nope, choke.
Well, to be fair, MVP's a regular season award.
No, I know that. But I'm saying if he really is the MVP, prove it.
Hold it, guys. We knew this was gonna happen because this is what happened in Game 1 and Game 2. The Spurs suck in the second half.
Not by 31 points.
They're terrible in the second half. They've been terrible this entire finals in the second half. There you go. What do you want me to say? It's unbelievable. It's incredible. Oh my god.
And also, why? You can tell that the Spurs have no idea what to do offensively. When
they're so lost.
Every possession is just De'Aaron Fox iso ball. Every possession has just been De'Aaron Fox iso ball. Every single possession in the last 3 minutes.
If the Spurs lose this game, honestly, let's be honest. Even if they win this game, they do not deserve to win the NBA championship. They do not.
No, they don't. And quite honestly, Mitch Johnson should be fired.
Yeah.
Yes, Brandon. Not only have Brandon and I said it, Scoop, you said it last week when we did the show. How bad Mitch Johnson has been running this entire team. We've said it throughout this entire finals. We said it last week.
My point being that typically you don't fire coaches who at least have made it to that present final. I'm saying that I don't care if it goes to a game 7. Off of this, he needs to be fired.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. If the Knicks win this game, the series is over. It's done. It's 3-1.
Yeah, no.
It's over.
3-1. Yeah.
It's over. Who cares what happens on Saturday? It doesn't matter.
Right. Well, especially how do you keep any semblance of momentum going into game? What would it be? Game 5. How do you keep any semblance of momentum going into Game 5 when you pissed it down the drain in about 15 minutes of regulation right now?
Yeah.
Screw 15 minutes of regulation. How about 20? Add an extra 5 minutes to that, my friend.
I mean,
God.
It all comes down to this possession. If you get a stop here, you win. If you don't, you lose. So,
even if I win this game, I don't feel like I fucking won at all.
Yeah, no, not if you're gonna win a game by 1 point. If the Knicks win by 1, yeah, of course you're gonna love this. If the Spurs win by 1, how could you be a Spurs fan and love that?
That's my point. Is the Spurs have now gotten to a point where even if they win this game, there's no margin by which they can realistically win this game where they should feel happy.
No, absolutely not. We're all in lockstep here. Absolutely.
The smallest margin I think the Spurs could have won by and still felt good about it
was like 10.
I would say like 12.
Yeah.
was gonna say somewhere it had to be at least double digits. It had to be.
I'm sorry. Look, guys, they were up by 30. The game was over. Brandon called me in the middle of wiffle ball, and we're just like, this game's over. You know, like this is what we're. It's unbelievable.
I was on a show at halftime. I was on a show for about 10 minutes, literally to talk about the game at halftime, and it was me and a bunch of Knicks fans, and I went on and they asked each of us, myself included, is there any chance of them coming back? And I said
the answer is unequivocally no. By that point, unequivocally no.
I said the record for NBA playoff comeback in a single game was 2019, the Clippers game, by 31 points. If the Knicks accomplish that, then like we keep saying, Mitch Johnson should be falling on the knife.
Should be fired tonight, even if they lose. This is awful.
Spurs have a foul to give, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
No. Spurs are in the bonus. Spurs have a foul to give. Yes.
What the?
Go get it, Fox! How's it not a foul?
They've been called. I mean, this is one thing we talked about. They've been calling it complacently all series.
I mean,
oh
yes.
My God.
No, that's not a foul. I saw it. That's not a foul.
That's
not
a
foul. That's not a foul. That's not a foul.
But also, if you're De'Aaron Fox, why are you trying to shoot that? Just hold the ball.
Why are you trying to run up, and why are they running? Why are they playing so fast? Why are they playing so damn fast all the time?
Once again, with that turnover, just grab the ball and then just run
grab
around
the ball,
until you get fouled.
slow down. You could get fouled, or you could have a nice mid-range shot.
Once again, De'Aaron Fox is going to cost them the game. Once again, De'Aaron Fox is going to cost them a game.
Hang on a second. I'm on Facebook right now, and apparently Nicole's trying to comment. I don't see it on our chat.
Oh my God, I don't know what's going on with Restream right now.
But she says, she said, don't jinx it. It was intentional, Brandon. They got it inbound, and she said, Rob, did you see Taylor?
Oh yeah, I did see Taylor. So I'm really confused by her schedule. Wait, so was the Disney event yesterday in New York, or was it in Florida? Where was the Toy Story event yesterday? I should have known where it was, but I didn't think to check where it was. Because she did the Toy Story performance. By the way, I have not listened to that song yet, and it's because I'm waiting to listen to it during the film. Why did you guys go live during the fourth quarter?
Well, because it was.
Because I came home and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Watching this, I'm trying to. I still don't get what De'Aaron Fox was doing when all you gotta do is let them foul you.
Because they play with this insane speed that they don't need to. We've said this the entire series. Nothing that we've said since last week when we were on the show, more particularly I think Thursday, nothing that we've said has changed throughout all four of these games. Nothing.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely nothing.
She said, Nicole, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. Yep. Goodbye, San Antonio.
Was that a foul? That was a foul, right? Yeah, I'm bugging out here a bit.
Holy hell.
I'm sorry, I'm working on your bottom line, Scoop, because we gotta add in a bunch of stuff.
That is the absolute dumbest freaking...
How does nobody box out there? How does no one box out?
Hold on,
is that Jerry Seinfeld? Holy crap. Holy crap, he got old.
How does nobody box OG out? How does nobody box? How is that paint that wide open for OG to just come across like that?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was completely wide open. Wow, I just saw it. Scoop, is your fan running again? How hot is it?
There's a heat wave here. It's going to be 105 this week.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. That's fair. At that point, you can have your fan running right next to you. I don't care. 105, bro?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Now, once again, if De'Aaron Fox just dribbled that out, that shot doesn't matter.
Oh, absolutely. Well, here's the thing. Not only dribbles it out, he had an easy shot without even going to the paint.
I don't know who this is, but Sob P for Life on YouTube said he should have dribbled that out.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you should have.
Absolutely.
Crazy devil magic. Insane.
This is the dumbest.
It's not even devil magic. It's the Spurs suck.
Yes.
The Spurs are awful.
Just suck.
The Spurs are awful.
We were talking about Shaq being the comp for Wemby. At this point, it looks more like it's going to be Charles Barkley.
Yep. So congratulations on your championship.
What the was that?
Yeah, I don't know what were the Spurs doing that entire fourth quarter?
What were they doing the last 2 minutes?
Not even. Well, no. You know what?
The whole second half. It's like that I forget. I think Brandon is the one. I think Brandon's the one who said it. They forgot that the game had 2 more quarters.
Yeah.
But they forgot the game had 2 more quarters in game 1 and game 2. We've said. I'm sorry to keep repeating myself, can
we agree that this was a whole different magnitude than games 1 and 2?
Oh, I'm not saying that it isn't a whole different magnitude, Scoop. I'm saying we knew this was going to happen because this is their pattern.
This is their DNA at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah, just once again, I don't understand why De'Aaron Fox is
Mitch Johnson. Sorry, Brandon. This is going to add your point. Mitch Johnson deserves to be fired tonight. I'm sorry, he does. This is awful.
Yeah,
don't even put him on the bus.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Like, as much as I hate the Knicks, I give them credit for coming back, but I don't even give them credit when it's the Spurs that blew it. The Knicks didn't come back. The Spurs just stopped playing basketball.
Yeah,
for a whole half again.
Absolutely.
Without question. Like I know. I can't imagine. I don't even
have to. I'm going to an engagement party on Saturday. I don't even have to watch the game on Saturday. It's over. It's over. The series is over. It's done. It's done.
Even if that were game 1,
if it was game 1, I'd be freaking out. Even if
it were game 1, I still couldn't see a team that played like that in the second half coming back and winning 4 games.
That's
no way.
Yeah, like so what? They had how many points a half? 76. So you only scored. What was that? 30 points in the second half.
I'm checking right now. They scored 30 points in the second half. They got outscored 58-30 in the second half.
That's unbelievable. Beyond it. By the way, Scoop, I think you said one of the funniest things you ever said in our group chat. You said, I wouldn't trust Mitch Johnson to watch over my Uncrustable in the microwave. Yeah. 100%. 100%. There's not even 100%.
I can't imagine. I would kill to be a fly on the wall in that locker room tonight because I just can't imagine what it's and oh my goodness, the fact that Wemby just came up like softer than melted butter in like 4 different instances in that second half, it's just.
Also, I'm tired of this with Wemby playing soft. I mean, like.
That's when I point.
Like the thing is, I know that Cat is stronger, but Wemby has the height on every Oh, by the way,
everybody in the history of the NBA. Let's
except for maybe Bobo.
So guess what?
Yeah, Bobo's
so guess what? You know who was just ball watching there instead of boxing out? De'Aaron Fox.
You're putting a lot of this on Fox, Brandon. You're unhappy with Fox now.
Because he's cost that. Well, because the coaching staff is the number 1 problem, but he is problem number 2. He's cost them 3 games in the series because of his stupidity. 3.
Well, I'll say this.
3.
I'm so. I agree with you on Fox, but Castle. Some of it's on Castle. Some of it's on Wemby. I'm sorry. When you blow
It's
an
on the
almost
whole
30.
roster. The whole roster.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Is when you blow an almost 30-point lead in the second half. I mean, that goes all the way up to whoever fed them lunch today.
This is on Mitch Johnson. He deserves to be fired tonight. Mitch Johnson has not done anything.
Who the hell is that? That's Spike Lee. Sorry.
Yeah, Spike Lee's a Knicks fan, dude. He's like
No,
the
I
biggest Knicks
know
fan in the
that,
world.
but my TV literally froze on Spike Lee looking high as hell.
I don't even know. The series is over. New York, go blow up your city before your World Cup game this weekend. Please go do it. Like, whatever.
I can't understand. You know, like I just like if I know that I'm not good enough to play in the finals, but like if I'm an NBA player, like I swear to God, I'd be doing everything that I could. I would literally drop dead on the floor to get my team a win versus what the Spurs did tonight in that second half.
Can I ask a question that's gonna make you guys upset at me for like? You can be upset at me for like 5 minutes.
What?
What is a worse choke? What the Yankees did in the World Series or this?
Bro, stop. Give me a second. I gotta respond here. Literally, right before you said that, so I told you I was on a show earlier. Right before you said that, I'm in a group chat right now with them. I literally said this sentence. That was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life, outside of maybe Game 5 of the 2024 World Series.
I think it's worse. They're down by 31. It's worse, right?
No, this is easily that is easily the worst playoff game I've ever seen in my entire life.
In any sport. The only thing that remotely reminds me of that is the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl, which I didn't even watch because I was in Arkansas.
And even then, like, you know, you think about it this way. The Spurs had a 10-point lead with like 3 minutes to go, and you you had a double-digit lead for the entire game.
The game was over at halftime.
Yeah, it was over at half. I knew I had a bad feeling the second I saw when I was leaving work. The second I saw that this was a 15-point game going into the fourth, I said, "This is over. Knicks are gonna come back and win. It's over. It's over."
Yeah.
Because the thing is too, if you're Mitch Johnson, you have 3 timeouts. Why are you allowing a 20-4 run to happen late in the finals? Why do they win?
This is something I don't understand about NBA coaches, and the reason why NBA coaches don't call timeouts as much as they should is because they save them for the final minute of games. But you have 6 of them. You're not in the NFL where you have 3. You have 6 of them that can be used.
And even if you did have 3, I think if there's a valid time to use it, it would have been after that crap.
I agree with you, Scoop, but it's like, and again, we've talked about this on FAH, we've talked about it on this show a million times. The biggest issue we've seen across sports, obviously NHL doesn't count, the biggest issue we've seen since we've done our coverage for years. I mean, I think back when Brandon and I started at our previous employer, the biggest issue we've had across all these sports is timeout usage.
Yeah,
because it's like it's so poorly managed.
Like,
and then
you know what's crazy? It's like I'm gonna cut you off, but just to add to it. Like,
no, please.
When you see runs happen in basketball, like 10-0 run for the Knicks, okay, you're still up by
15-0 run.
Like, yeah, I get it. But when you get to that 15, 16, 17, use a timeout. It has to stop. I don't understand honestly, that's the word. Like, Mitch Johnson, with the way he coaches, it just reminds me of Jason Garrett. Just clap, everything's fine. Just clap, everything's fine.
You know, this is gonna sound kind of bad because I think he's still potentially going to be in coaching circles this offseason. And I know, Scoop, you don't watch, as much basketball, or even Brandon, I know, gets annoyed by the Nets. But you know what it reminds me of if you watch the Mavs with Jason Kidd,
Yeah.
how poor he is with rotations, how poor,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jason Kidd is a freaking Hall of Famer, but it's like Steve Nash. Steve Nash is a Hall of Famer. It's not meant to be a coach.
he was.
I'll say this: Steve Nash was put into perhaps the worst situation for a rookie coach in history.
I mean, yeah. Although they vouched for him, though. It's bad.
Yeah, but I never would.
Scoop, who are you rooting for in the World Cup? Are you picking a country, or are you just gonna enjoy the game?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be watching every game that the U.S. plays in.
I mean, yeah. I was just wondering if you're taking the U.S. or you're taking somebody else. Are you joining the worst club or the worst country in the world, the U.S., or are you picking somebody else?
I mean, I haven't done any like brackets, if that's what you're asking me.
No. I'm just saying, like, are you just gonna root for the U.S. or are you taking somebody else?
I'm just gonna root for the U.S.
All right, cool.
That's fair.
We got to get you I'll resend you the bracket challenge and stuff so you can get that going.
Thank you. Yeah, when I originally saw it, I was like, this is too. I was just talking to somebody beforehand, a friend of mine who's in Peru right now, I think, and she was talking about just how early everything was done in terms of the bracketing and who was playing where and what stage and whatnot. So
yeah, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be fun. Okay. Can you guys give me something more concrete about the Stanley Cup Finals than just the goalkeeping sucks and the offense is crazy?
That's basically what it is.
There's nothing more. I asked this last week, and I'm gonna ask again because I'm like, what is happening here?
I mean, it's like, to me, I said this. I forget what group chat I said this to, but because there's obviously 10,000 of them.
Yeah, but, for some reason.
But I said to one of the group chats, I said it's amazing. Oh, it might have actually been the Nixon 5 one that all of us are in. Nicole's in. All of us are in.
Yeah.
And I said in there that it's amazing how Carolina, plays that trap style, that defense, all that stuff, and yet they can't. It's like all of a sudden it just failed them. Like that's what they're known for, and Vegas is just making it look like child's play, look like food. So like,
right, yeah,
and it's like I mean, granted, Vegas has a lot of experienced guys, both teams do, and that's also what matters. But like, it's a mixture of just Carolina kind of just like their ideology, their philosophy failing them at the worst time, but also both goaltenders just being terrible. Like both goals, like I don't feel bad for that rookie. I think he's a rookie, that kid Bussy, but I don't feel bad for him because I'm like, he's doing the best he can. But like Freddie Anderson, Freddie Anderson might be the reason why Carolina doesn't win this year. I know it's tied right now, but at the same time, I don't think that there's any way, because it's just when you don't have goaltending, it doesn't matter how many goals you score. If you're gonna, let up 5 goals in 2 periods, it's like then what are we doing here? So I keep saying this. This is the thing I keep telling people all the time. When you don't have goaltending, it doesn't matter. Like you could have the worst defense in the world or the best defense in the world, but even the best defenses, if they don't if your goalie is only facing 12 shots and he lets 4 in, that's bad goaltending. Like I don't care if your defense is where it is. It could be the best in the league, it could be the worst in the league. If you don't have a goaltender that can not say stand on his head, but if you don't have at least a halfway decent goaltender, you're never gonna win anything.
Right.
And the thing is, it just so happens that both these teams have crap goaltending, so it almost doesn't matter. You can throw it out the window at this point. It's not now. Just every game is a 5-4, 6-5 final score because neither team is playing any defense and neither team is any goaltender. So I don't even know what to expect anymore. And both we've seen it 1,000 times in these NHL playoffs alone. When they always say a 3-0 lead is the most unsafe lead in the game.
Right.
But, there's been so many 3-0 leads and they've all been blown in every single round by a lot of these teams. It's insane. You would figure, 3-0 after 2 periods, it's over. You see the final score, it's 5-4, the other team wins. I'm like, It's like the Spurs. Where the hell were you in the second half? Where were you in the fourth quarter? Where
Out
were
to
you in
lunch.
the first period? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, were you awake? Like,
I'll say
I don't
I'll
get
add
it.
I'll add this, and I may have mentioned this. I mentioned this on either this show or the show that I was on earlier today, but just for me personally, it was really painful to watch Alvarado play the role that he did in that second half after we traded him for 2-2s and Dalen Terry, who was gone from the roster the next day and ended up going to the Sixers.
I mean, Alvarado's a really good player if you give him minutes. You just never give him minutes.
I know.
Because you wanted to lose, so that's the thing. You're
No, we didn't. We didn't. We don't have a 1 this year.
Well, it didn't matter. You sucked.
No, but that does. But we had no incentive to tank this year because we don't have a 1.
Well, you still sucked. You knew that.
I'm aware of that, but you said wanted to lose. That is major different than just outright sucked. Any freaking way.
Yeah, I mean, is this the best Stanley Cup final of your life so far?
Best of my life so far. It's hard to. I don't know if I would go that far. I mean, it's obviously been good, and I want to see Coach Torts win, but I mean, you got to keep in mind there's been since I started watching hockey, there's been 20 Stanley Cups. So I don't know if I would say best of my life, but it's made for some pretty good hockey, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's the best of my life, but I also feel annoyed that the goaltending is that bad. It feels like I don't even have to watch the game. I just know the final score is going to be 10 goals.
It's hard for me to. Here's the thing. There have been, and there's no indication that this one's going to go 7. And just in the period that I can remember, there's been 4 that went 7 games. So that I think of finals that doesn't go 7 games is kind of hard to call, the best of my life, especially when I've seen it was either 3 or 4 that did. I remember the Bruins winning 1. I remember the Pens winning 1. I remember the Blues winning 1. And I think, didn't the Cats just win 1 a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and my goaltender finally won a Stanley Cup as an executive.
Yeah.
And we have the architect of the Cats Stanley Cup. So, thank God.
And I'm sitting here just praying for 10 wins a season. So,
hey, that's what I say about the Nets. It's no different.
How many do you win this year? 17?
I'll tell you right. I think it was 20, 18 or 20. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. One moment, please.
Yeah, I tried to look it up, but my computer bugged out.
Yeah, we won 20.
That's hilarious.
I'm never gonna see the day where my team wins over 30 games ever again. I just want to see I don't even care. First of all, I won't care about the Nets unless we're the 7 seed or better. I don't care about being the 8 seed and playing a playing game. I don't care.
You're not a playing game guy.
I don't care. The playing game is stupid. Those teams never win anything anyway. So I don't care.
It's like the 7 seed wild card team in Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
I like that because I think the MLB season's way too long and drawn out.
I mean, I like playing so often. I hate in regular season in basketball or in hockey, waiting 4 days in between games. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God.
But you're someone who also just watches your favorite team. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Watch everybody.
So on X, the Flaming Hot Takes account.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Someone just found from 9.5 years ago a post that someone made. It was from this account that's called @Cray, and it says the Spurs are making me upset with 29-point leads.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. The last thing I guess I have for today is I asked Scoop if we can do something kind of stupid. And said yes, so we're gonna talk about it. I don't know if we talked about it before, and I apologize if we have. But I gotta find a better photo. Are you guys freaked out by the ESPN mascot as much as I am?
I haven't seen it.
Because he's really scary, and I don't.
He looks.
I'm trying to find a.
He looks like the.
He looks so
He looks like the Wii
scary.
Fit. He looks like the Wii Fit board.
That's actually a good example. It's supposed to represent the ESPN app, which I understand, I guess, because it is the app logo. But
I was gonna say either pull this up on here or send me it. I need to see this.
well, no, I will pull it up. I just need to find an image that will work and not be like buggy. Okay, this is the best I can do. So I apologize in advance, but there's not really a good image of this mascot online. So let me share this really quick. Thank you, Scoop, for letting me do this. Look at this.
Yeah.
What is that?
Look at his shoes.
Excuse me?
You haven't seen? I cannot believe you guys haven't seen this thing.
No.
I don't know where I would have seen it. I don't watch ESPN.
No, and I'm afraid because this is gonna haunt my nightmare.
It's one of the
Brandon,
scariest things I've ever seen, and I see it every weekend.
Brandon just got an upgrade to a sleep paralysis demon.
Not gonna lie, the shoes are fire though.
The shoes are good,
The shoes
but
are
everything.
fire.
But look at his eyes, bro. The eyes are what freak me out.
He's got that. I'm too faded look to him. Like,
He's basically Cody Bellinger in mascot form.
yeah, basically.
Well, he's the reverse Cody Bellinger because Cody Bellinger's eyelids never go up at more than 50%. This one doesn't have eyelids.
This is like, what is it like? You can put it side by side of Cody Bellinger and this mascot, and it's like tired versus wired.
Yeah, it's like one's on the downers, one's on the uppers.
Oh my god!
Like, I need to have a conversation with whoever greenlit this at ESPN.
I thought you were gonna say you need to have a conversation with the mascot.
I would love to talk to who. I want to know who this person is and how much he gets paid, because I guarantee this guy gets $300K per appearance. I guarantee it.
But why does ESPN need a mascot? They're not a sports team. They're not a like.
I can't think of one channel right now offhand that has a mascot.
Yeah, that's
Are they the only one?
I'm pretty sure. The only thing the closest I can come up with is that mascot that was like football on Fox or something like that. There was a mascot for that.
Oh, Cletus.
Yeah, but that was only for one show, not the whole network.
No. The Cletus is for all of Fox Sports. He is the Fox Sports mascot. Right,
but that's still not a whole channel. It's just a segment of what they do.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Cletus, because here's the thing. Cletus is just a transformer. He's, you know what I mean? Like, cool looking. He's unique.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a great PDF image.
We've grown up with Cletus. I'm so used to Cletus because I'm like, I remember him from like when I was like 7 years old. So like,
yeah, that's when he came out. Cletus has been around since I was 7. So.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Rob,
my bad. This is not a great photo of Cletus, but Cletus, I've always liked Cletus.
Yeah.
Rob, my bad. I'm watching WAPT, which is basically our local weather channel, channel 16, or our local news channel, channel 16. My bad. The heat index for tomorrow went up to 108.
Holy crap, dude! Why do you live there?
Bro, live in a swamp.
Like,
I love how it says, "Take frequent breaks, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate." Yeah, no, Sherlock.
Yeah. Should we go on my local news rant now that you brought that up?
Oh, no. I didn't even know you had one, so go for it.
I think I'm someone who wants to get hired by local news to do sports.
Yeah.
Because other than sports, weather, and traffic, why would you watch local news? Honestly, because local news, and by the way, Brandon knows this in New Jersey, your local news is just this person smacked this car into a fishing pole or something. Like, it's not.
A fishing pole.
New Jersey, New Jersey news is very unique. I sent. I don't know if I sent it. I don't think I sent it to you, Scoop. But I sent it to Rob and Shane about the story about a man basically quick scoping another man with a crossbow outside a gas station.
I don't remember that at all. The last one I remember was somebody driving on top of railroad tracks.
That was my local news.
Yeah.
But this is my problem though, okay? I'm confident there's some like 90-year-old man on his deathbed being like, the NBA finals are on. I want to watch local news instead.
Oh my God, wait a minute. This crossbow incident happened in the town over from me. Why was I not made aware of this?
Wait. What do I search up to find this? So like New Jersey crossbow?
Yeah. Basically, put in New Jersey. I just put in New Jersey crossbow incident. This isn't sports. I'm sorry, but it's still.
There's a crossbow ban.
Yeah, that's what I found too.
Yeah, look at this. Wait.
In December 2025, a fatal bow and arrow attack on Kearney Avenue in Kearney, New Jersey, leaving 45-year-old Pablo Criollo dead.
Damn.
Oh my God. But there's two incidents. Like, there's two. Because that's the one in December near my house. And then the one I sent you guys, or that I sent Rob and Shane, was the one back in February that happened in Saddlebrook. A pet store owner got shot in the face with a crossbow. Like, I don't want to laugh.
What?
Like, what the hell is that?
But this is my point with local news. National news, okay, like there is some level of importance to an extent, but local news bothers me. And here's why local news bothers me. Local news does this to me because it's like the entire let's say you watch your 11 o'clock news. The entire hour is gonna be, this mayor did this thing to the homeless people. Then your next one is this person got shot. Then your next thing is this person drove into a garage. Like, what? First off, all these people are stupid and we're just giving them a platform. And second off, you're just making everyone scared to go outside for no reason. What's the likelihood that you're going to get shot by a crossbow the minute you walk out of your house? Like
in New Jersey,
apparently it's not.
I just don't understand why. Like, and I understand I understand that it has its place, but I know there are people who are addicts who all they do is watch local news. And I just you're basically just saying I'm never gonna go outside ever because I'm gonna get shot or someone's gonna drive a car into my garage. Like, what? Like, I'm sorry, that doesn't work. Like,
people,
it's it makes every shooting seem like a realistic way of you dying. I'm sorry, most people who shoot people in cold blood are idiots who don't know right versus wrong and I'm not saying medically, I'm just talking in general. Like, for someone to have that idea and execute it not only is rare, but it's also just stupid. And we're just it bothers me.
And also how many times have you, not you specifically, but how many times have you seen that when they find that these things that these people wrote and whatnot, that the fame and the 15 minutes of fame or whatever you want to say and getting their name out there is what they were after, and all they're doing is feeding that.
Right. And then we used to have this show in our local area called Seattle's Most Wanted. It got canceled, and I don't know why it got canceled. But basically, it felt like every top 10 most wanted guy was in Seattle at some point. I'm like, number one, how realistic is that? And number two, This and by the way, I'm not going to know who this person is just by an etchy sketch that you can make on a pad like Almo does on his show. Like, what are we doing here? Like, it's unbelievable, man. Like, you're just giving them, and again, like, it's just police tape local news. Like, the entire thing is just police tape. The interviews are weird because they interview these people who are not comfortable being interviewed. So they're like, I saw this guy do this thing, or like it's this neighbor that shot somebody. It's like, I never knew this neighbor was that rude. I'm like, no signs at all, really?
Yeah.
It's like you can't be serious. And so, like, as I love local news for sports, like knowing your local area is like sports people. They're usually great people. They're very active, not just in local sports, but they're very active nationally as well. A lot of the guys who do well in local get some opportunities on ESPN and stuff like that. And then traffic and weather are important. Like, they just are. You want to know if you can get to work on time, whatever. But just
I would even say traffic. I mean, we get those alerts mobilely now.
Well, we get the weather stuff mobilely now, but like, if you want to put those on the news, those people are usually good. They just care about getting the information out there. It's fine. But like, I can't imagine having a job where you walk in and it's like, here's your rundown. Someone got shot. Someone drove into someone else's house. Like, that must be just painstakingly awful every day to do that. It just sounds like an awful job.
That's part of the reason why, like, when they were like, oh, what kind of journalism you want to go into? I'm like, sports. And they were like, oh, well, like, you don't like follow the news at all. I'm like, no, I don't care. Like, because it's all depressing. I don't want to be depressed. I want to talk about sports. Like,
yeah, and sports can be depressing to a certain extent. They do kind of intertwine in certain areas.
Yeah.
But it's like and then that's the thing. Like, the people think that sports people want to like go into politics, and some do, but it's not everyone's like right of way. Like, you're not gonna see me yell about politics on Fox News or MS. Like, you're just not. It's not something.
It's mostly because politics makes the most amount of money in news, doesn't it?
I would say so, yeah, at least in the modern era. But, and again, it's something we don't talk about politics as it pertains to sports or market share value. I mean, we talk about that with WWE and UFC with the White House card this weekend and everything. But it's just, I don't know. I respect the people who are passionate about what's happening in your local area. That's great.
Yeah.
But not everything. I don't need to wake up every morning and see that someone got shot and go to sleep and see someone getting shot. I just don't need that in my life. And and the people who vehemently watch this stuff, I'm like, how depressed are you? To just think that everything is just awful.
Even more than that, the people who will will ridicule and lecture you about the fact that you're not gonna be doing that.
Well, and that's the thing though. We talked about this with the Diana Rossini thing as well. To bring this back to kind of the whole Diana Rossini thing changed my view about gossip journalism a lot. And the reason why it did is because, like, yeah, it might seem a little bit annoying. Like, there are some people, like Swifties, let's be honest here, who are just obsessed with everything that she does, and it's really annoying. I'm not saying you, Scoop. I'm saying, like, you or I.
No, I know.
I'm saying there are people who are just so obsessed. Or, like, Kim Kardashian and stuff. You're just, like,
oh, boy.
Like, you're like God or something. And there's value in that. Like, there's value in, like, Page 6. There's a lot of value in what Page 6 does, and I think realizing what Page 6 has done in terms of that. But again, like, the obsession of, I don't know, the obsession of a single person who's just famous, it's also something, Brandon, you and I talk about a lot, like, people being obsessed with a single person. It's like, at the end of the day, this person's a human being. and you're obsessed with
Right.
their every move. Like, I'll mention Taylor Swift being like, "Oh, she was at the Knicks game. I wonder what." My first reaction to that was, "Where was the Toy Story thing that she was at yesterday?" Because I just want to know what's going on in like the zeitgeist of movies and whatever. But what's your kind of thought process on like that piece of it? Because that's also another side of news where it's like you have business news, you have, local news, you have national news, but you also have like the gossip side, which it has its place, but it also is like, it's really for people who are like singularly obsessed with a certain artist, a certain person, just to be obsessed with them.
I just for me, just in general, I don't get like, I've never been like, not that I've never been starstruck, but I've never been starstruck to the point where I'm like immobilized, where I get paralyzed with fear or whatever. I'm like, it's just another person at the end of the day. Like, I don't care if they've got $10 billion or $10.
Yeah.
It's not a person. Like, I've just never been I've never been somebody where I've been like, oh my God, I'm so starstruck, I can't talk to them. I'm like, I've literally met celebrities like in the wild, just
same.
Groceries. Like, I'm like, they just want to be treated like normal people. And the thing is, if you just go up to them like a normal person and be like, hey, are you so and so? Cool. I watched you growing up, and then you just but then you get into like a whole actual conversation with them. They appreciate that. You're just talking to them like a normal person.
I have been like, when I did wiffle ball and we had all the NFL players, like that was very new to me because I've never been around these people. But then when I sit and talk to them, I'm like, they're just people. They're just people, and their job is playing football. Like that's what it is. Like, and then like we were talking, I think a few weeks ago about AJ Brown's wedding and how that was like front page news on like ESPN. I'm like, who cares? The guy's getting married. Great.
Yeah, because they made it front page news because Jalen Hurts isn't going to be there. Of course Jalen's not there. Like, duh.
Yeah.
He's the franchise quarterback of a Super Bowl roster.
During OTAs, you think he's going to be there?
OTAs. Like, come on. Like, you don't need him there. Like, and the thing is, why would Jalen Hurts be there for a guy that's going to leave his team in about 2 more days?
Especially in the wake of everything we've heard now in the last 14 days since that finally happened.
Yeah. Why are we we're obsessed with the wrong things sometimes?
The thing is, like, gossip journalism can be, news. Like, obviously with the day I never seen anything that was important to know. Like, we had to know that. Like,
well, there was also some just not just news, but there was also some like moral overlaps with that as well.
Yeah, ethical stuff that goes into
moral and ethical like things like that as well. Yeah,
like that. We had to know that. It's like the problem is like you really have to sift through a lot of crap gossip journalism that doesn't matter before you finally get to some good stuff like that.
That's my biggest problem with Formula One right now. And it was like Kim Kardashian was supporting Lewis Hamilton at Monaco. They're like, oh my God, Kim Kardashian's at the paddock. I'm like, it's the Monaco Grand Prix. Can we talk about the race? For God's sake, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It just, oh my God. And I don't know if you guys know this with other sports, but like Formula One is like, oh my God, there's all these celebrities. Our sport is cool. Bro, it's Formula One. It's guys driving 210 miles an hour. How is that not cool? What are we talking about here?
And to keep it, and not just like that, but like, do you know how hard you have to brake and how quick you have to brake and how much you have to oversteer, understeer, things like that to keep your car from crashing into a wall.
Especially at Monaco. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
But also, it's like, so why are we the biggest issue with? I don't know. Is this happening in other sports where it's like they're just so celebrity driven to expand popularity? I guess the NFL did that with Taylor Swift the last couple of years, but not to the extent that Formula One is doing it.
Well, it's also like I don't feel like they're like I think they're capitalizing on something that already existed, but like the NFL didn't, much to the chagrin of people who wanted to make this a thing. The NFL didn't like prop up her and Travis Kelce like dating as like some sort of like publicity stunt. Even though that's what they allege, even though that's what people wanted to allege for the longest time.
which was stupid. But no,
it was
I
always
don't.
stupid.
But Formula One is just like, oh, here's this celebrity publicity stunt. It's like, you do realize that these people are just there for Instagram followers and they don't care about the race.
Well, where else we see that a lot, and we talked about it a little bit a few minutes ago, and I think it ties in also with the whole idealization and whatnot that you were talking about is the political stuff. And
yeah,
I'm not going to make
Trump did not need to be at the Knicks game the other day. He just did not need to be there.
That wasn't even where I was going with this. I was just going to say that there was somebody, I don't remember who it was, but somebody made this quote like however many years ago, and basically said, if you agree with me on 6 out of 10 things, vote for me. If you agree with me on 10 out of 10 things, seek medical help. Like,
yeah,
it's like politics became so much about supporting or opposing the person rather than the ideas, and it's just this whole culture that we have now that became very much about not just the people's like the work, but like wrapping ourselves around them so much as individuals has gotten out of freaking control. I'll never forget this. Sorry, the last thing I'm going to say. I'll never forget this. This was during COVIDism era, and there was I forget what TV network I was watching. It was one of the local TV networks, ironically enough, and it was the news. And there was a poll basically that was done, and it was, who are you most likely to trust of these general people? One of whom was like a religious leader. One of whom was, somebody in your family. Like, it was just these different things.
Yeah.
A political figure was higher than any of these other individuals in their family, among religious figures. And I'm like, we've lost our fucking minds.
Yeah. What bothers me with Donald Trump going to the Knicks game and then the UFC White House card on Saturday, what bothers me, this has bothered Brandon and I specifically about the UFC and WWE, like everything that TKO is doing, is it doesn't feel like sports anymore. It just feels like a political vehicle. And it's really annoying. Like the UFC especially is like, and this is coming from both Democrats and Republican side. They're just like, bro,
of course,
it's just a sport. Like the fact that the cards at the White House is really cool. It's gonna be a cool event. It's gonna be kind of interesting to see how it works. I'm excited to watch it, but I'm not watching it because it's at the White House. But I'm watching it because it's the White House, because the White House is an interesting venue for a sporting event. I'm not watching it because I support a particular political party or this. But this is my thing with anything that you do, okay? Even if you're not entirely interested in something, at least show some effort to something. Like Donald Trump's at the Knicks game and he's sleeping in the middle of it. What are you doing, man? Like, show some interest about what you're doing. Don't just and this is something like people are going, and that's what's happening with the social media era right now. It's like people are so much about, I'm doing this for Instagram followers. I'm doing this to bump up my following in this way and this way and this way. Versus, hey, just show some level of interest in something. Like, I don't care if this is like your first year watching the NBA and you're like the first year watching the finals and you're experiencing. That's great. At least you're invested. Just show me that you're invested in some way, shape, or form versus, I'm just here because the Knicks are in the finals and I'm a New Yorker. That was something I hate that. That's something I hate about the NFL. And I think I mentioned this on Football After Hours last year. The thing that I hate about the NFL more than anything is the fans who are like, oh, the Seahawks are in the Super Bowl, I'm finally going to watch. Bro, it's one game every Sunday. You can't spend 3 hours to watch your team play for 3 hours. I'm not asking you to watch the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. Just
the entire league. Yeah.
You don't have to watch the entire league.
No.
But especially in the NFL, where not necessarily well, actually, let me put it this way. in the NFL, depending on your local market, you get every game. The games that are on Netflix, you don't need Netflix. It's on your local station.
Yeah.
You don't need Prime. It's on your local station. That's how the NFL works. So doesn't matter. Like, and so it doesn't matter. Just put the game on. The NFL is the easiest to me. It's the easiest because it's 23 weeks, and you watch your favorite team if they're good. It's fine. If the team sucks, like if you're a Jets fan, you don't want to watch the Jets because they suck. That's fine. I get it. I get that. Okay. I'm a Seattle Storm fan. They're terrible this year. I can't even bear to put them on. I get it. But it's like if your team is good, like a Seahawks, like a Philly, like the 49ers, for instance, who have been historically good. Philly's been historically good. We've talked about this. It's like, just put the damn game on. It's on Fox or CBS and NBC, and it's on your local station if it's anywhere else. Why is it so hard? And if you don't want to get involved, then don't get involved when your team's good all of a sudden for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It bothers the living hell out of me. It really does.
Same.
More than anything, more than basketball, baseball, I understand. Okay, it's a long season. Same with soccer, long year. But the NFL is 23 weeks. And really, it's only like 23 days, if you want to be honest here, of your favorite team playing a game. Why is it so hard for you to just put the game on?
Yeah.
It's so accessible. The NFL is easily the most accessible for your local area. It doesn't matter what network the game is on. It's on your local Fox station. It's on your local CBS station. It's on your local NBC station. It's on whatever secondary network for Thursday nights or the Monday night, whatever. It's right there. Just put it on. Why is it so hard? Don't freak out that your team made the NFC title game when it's going on. You could have enjoyed the entire ride. Because you guys know this, watching Philly win the Super Bowl or watching, us, the Seahawks win the Super Bowl this year, the entire ride of the season is way more fun than just the playoff games.
Especially when like you've sat through, I think the Seahawks have had fewer years like this than even Philly has. But when you've sat through the seasons where you were 4-12, 6-10, it just to quote the SEC, it just means more when you have seen the team go through those down stages. When you've seen that, and you kind of and especially if you've got like friends and family who are also supporting that team.
Yeah, but there's
Aloha,
also like
Patrick. There you go. Nick's went crazy.
Aloha, Mr. Wiltsey.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh my God! Look at the pods pack, baby. I love it.
I moved. Well, as you can see, I've moved stuff around in my room, so I don't know where my sign is anymore.
You'll find it. It's there.
I'll find it. But yeah. Oh, what's funny is like I've said this to you guys before since we're talking about that. Like when it came to Philly, especially when you grow up as an Eagles fan in the heart of Giants country, like you're basically told your whole life because like obviously the Giants won 2 Super Bowls by the time our generation was 12 years old.
Right,
so,
by the time we really got into the NFL was around that time for us.
So like for me, I've been an Eagles fan since 2006. I've been an Eagles fan since I was so I've been an Eagles fan for 20 years. So
Nice.
I started watching at 6 years old with my grandfather. Funny enough, after the Super Bowl season that we lost. But
T.O., baby.
But, I started watching in 2006 and never looked back. But I sat through a lot of those, like, the wild card heartbreakers, where it's like they would start off slow and then come back and make a wild card spot. And you start to believe, and then they like I said, the first
Saints killing us every postseason. It felt like.
Yeah, and then you got that.
For
me,
us in Seattle, it was the Packers. The Packers would piss us off. Oh my God!
Like I can't tell you there's 2 times after Eagles games that I cried myself to sleep and still cried the next day. And that was the 2008 NFC Championship against Arizona.
Yep.
And it was the 2013 against the Saints where we lost at home on a last second.
That was
field
one of the
goal.
games I was referencing.
Yeah, so it was like, I for me, like I think it's growing up and being one of the best teams growing up, but never quite getting the trophy, getting the
Yep.
job done,
Yeah.
like being right there but never finishing it.
Like the old time Dodgers.
Yeah, like it always pissed me off, and of course I would hear my friends, Giants friends, say, we got 2, you're never gonna get one. I'm like,
And now you got 2 and probably more coming your way at some point.
yeah, and it's like, the thing is, like, you have to live through, and this is what Knicks fans are going through. You have to live through the pain until you get to the good
mountaintop.
stuff.
Yeah.
So like, that's what I'm hoping with the Yankees. Like when we keep saying with Yankees baseball, how like, oh well, they're still making the playoffs every year. That's not the point. The point is to
We
win
don't give a damn.
They haven't won in 17 years. It's the
Yeah.
second longest drought in franchise history.
All I'm saying
So,
is
like-
the NFL is easy. The NFL is 3 hours of your life for 23 weeks if you just want to watch your
Yeah.
favorite team.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
not
I'm
hard.
saying.
Like,
It's not hard at all. I'm not asking you to be like us and we watch every game. We're addicts, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not expecting people to be an addict and wake up at 5 a.m. like I do. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying, if your favorite team's on TV on a Sunday and you're doing nothing, just put the damn game on.
yeah,
It's
I'm
the
thinking,
easiest, man. It's the easiest
not-
thing ever.
like especially on Sundays when a lot of things are closed because a lot of people, either go to church or whatever. Like, businesses are closed on Sundays.
So,
a lot of things are closed
but
on
here's the thing.
Sundays.
I'm just
Rest
going to quickly say this. I'm sorry, Brandon. Your team in your local area plays after church most of the time.
Yeah.
So you can just go to church and then watch the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm saying things are closed down, and people always say like, oh yeah, for like there's people who I know who have busy Sundays where they wake up, they work out, they go to church, they watch football, then at night they have a family dinner, then they might work out again, and then they go or meal prep for the week, and then they go to bed. Like they have a busy Sunday, but they still make time to watch their favorite team. Like,
Oh yeah.
well, it's like
It's
so
just
like
the
you
easiest. MLB's tough, right, because of their schedule. NHL's tough
Yeah.
because it's 82.
Yeah.
And then they're always on different networks, and
And
soccer's
NBA
brutal.
is just weird.
NBA is weird. Like, that's
Yeah.
fine. But the NFL, it's 23 damn days if you really want to dumb it down.
Yeah, it's literally 3
You know-
weeks. That's all it is. It's 3
It's
weeks out of your
3 weeks
life.
spread out in 3 months. It's not that hard.
I also
Yeah.
love when people are like, like when you say like I don't have time for that. In a 24-hour day, you have time to watch a 3-hour game. You do, no matter what you do.
If you have time to go to the theater, if you really want to be involved in the city when your team goes far, don't just jump on in the middle of the playoffs. That's all I'm trying to say.
No,
It
yeah,
bothers
don't do
me.
that.
It bothers me. It bothers me all
Same.
the time about Seattle. It bothers me all the time that when it comes to the Seahawks and they play well, people get invested the minute they make the playoffs. You didn't know half of what happened through the previous 17 weeks.
Like
Nothing.
that was what bothered me.
And then you want to comment about the team when you didn't even watch week 1.
But that's
are we doing?
exactly that's what bothered me when we had all the bandwagon fans when KD, Kyrie, and Harden came over. And I'm like, no. I'm like, you guys don't count. You can't talk shit at all. You get no say here. I'm like, you're not like the rest of us Nets fans who have lived through hell for years, for decades. You are not like us. You're not us. So it's like, and it's like, like you got people, that especially when KD and Kyrie didn't eventually make the playoffs and they got to that Bucks series, you had all the comments, spamming out saying, oh, we're gonna win the finals. We're gonna do this. Where I'm like, who's we? You ain't part of this fan base. You're a KD or Kyrie fanboy. Who's we?
And then for the World Cup, it's like, oh, everyone's getting addicted that the U.S. is going to go far. I'm like, guys, I'm the one sitting here every summer and watching them in Gold Cups and Nations Leagues and dying, right? Like, I'm the one doing that. And you're out here freaking out. Like I get it, your country, but like, guys, come on.
It's like
Was that a shot at me?
No. Scoop,
No.
Scoop. You're different because this is your like second World Cup. You're still getting into it.
Yeah.
It's a little different. It's a little different because Brandon and I, over the next month, are going to show you how special this event is and how
Yeah.
big it is compared to the Super Bowl. You're very different.
I'm excited.
In this,
Well, that's
yeah.
And that's why I was telling Scoop when we came on. Like it's as much as like obviously all of us can root for the U.S. We're all Americans, but like when you come from like when I said to Scoop, I said when you have a living ancestor, especially one I live with, you have a living relative who came from that country, and that country's good at especially in soccer like Portugal is. Like of course I'm gonna root for Portugal. And like I said, my last name is Portuguese. Like I easily could have took my dad's last name, which would have been Puerto Rican, Hispanic, but my last name is a Portuguese last name. Like I am a Portuguese supporter through and through. I'm part Portuguese myself, so it's like it's one of those things where it's like it's especially too when you also live in an area where it's like especially in New Jersey, like when you think about things like Columbus Day, right, and how a lot of Italians go out and party for that and all that stuff, like that.
Yep.
That's the big thing. But New Jersey is like 90% Italian, so it's like you feel like you're part of it. When I live where I live, we have a massive Portuguese community in Kearney, in Newark, like literally 5-10 minutes from my house. So like we growing up here and growing up, and also too, it's like I was saying to Scoop, one of the biggest reasons why I've been watching Portuguese soccer for so long is like my grandfather doesn't care about soccer, even though he's Portuguese. He doesn't care, but he'll still watch it because it's pride for where he came from.
Right.
So it's like it's as much as my grandfather is very much American through and through. He's been here, way longer than he was over there. But that's where he was born. That's where he was raised.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, and the thing is, like our tenants that live upstairs, they're Portuguese. Like, so it's like I grew up around a lot of different people. I'm close to a bunch of my different cultures. I grew up with a lot of Puerto Rican people. I grew up with a lot of Portuguese people. A lot of my friends are Portuguese, but like at the same time, Puerto Rico's not obviously is a U.S. territory. It's not in the World Cup, so it's like and it's not.
They're not
good.
They're not a good soccer country. I'll be real.
No, they're not. They're baseball and basketball pretty much.
Yeah.
So like that's it. So for baseball. For like when we get to like the obviously before Aaron Judge played on the U.S. national team, I'm a Puerto Rico fan when it comes to the WBC. So, but of course I'm not going to go against my captain. I'm not going to go against like what should have been a death squad that choked.
That was one of the most fun things for me, the WBC, because it was like the first time where it's like, we're in the American League. We kind of hate other American League teams, and we're just like, we're just like, screw it. We're all rooting for the U.S. We don't. Yeah,
we're all rooting for the U.S. Like we're sitting there as Yankee fans rooting for Gunnar Henderson to get a hit.
Oh God, there was one that was so weird. Oh, Roman Anthony, that was weird as hell.
Yeah, Roman Anthony.
Roman, that was funny.
Runs.
That was so freaking weird.
Like it's like I'm sitting there watching like in an alternate universe where Aaron Judge and Roman Anthony are hitting like back-to-back bombs. I'm like, what is this? Like,
And for me with the U.S. national team, it's a little different because like Romanian heritage, like I am connected to it. I have a Romanian pennant here, and like the actual football pennant that they give out, those small little things between match. I have one now. It's over here. But basically, Romania and Hungary are like amazing at soccer. But like Seattle, Portland, Vancouver, this region, this area of the country is just diehard about soccer. You're crazy, crazy. I mean, it's crazy. Like football is huge here, but the soccer contingent of people in Seattle, in particular, like in my area, it's insane. It is insane. Like U.S. national team. Sounders, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've got 3 MLS teams over there, don't you? In that area.
Well, we haven't. Well, in this part, It's called the
Yeah.
Cascadia rivalry. So it's Seattle, Vancouver,
Yes.
and Portland. Now,
Yes,
Vancouver might
yeah.
move to Vegas. That would piss us off. That pisses all of us off. That does happen. But that's the thing. Like the soccer contingent here, like if like compared to the rest of the country, like we care about our MLS club. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't really
Yeah.
happen. It does happen in
Yeah.
other parts of the country, but like it's kind of crazy over here.
Meanwhile,
and
meanwhile here you got Red Bull Stadium and no one cares.
nobody
Because
cares. Yeah,
no one cares.
nobody cares. But
Nobody.
it's but I mean you have some small contingencies. But like when I went to the U.S. Women's National Team game, it was pretty damn packed on a Tuesday night, raining for the women's team. And like for me, like I grew up watching, Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey, Tim Howard, right? Those guys made me a fan, right?
Yeah.
And it was those guys, I knew about Pulisic when he was 17. I've watched this guy's whole career. He won a Champions League for us at Chelsea, the only American to ever win a Champions League. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like, and I'll admit, okay, I'm someone who, as I've talked about on the show before, like how pissed off I am about the Federation, and we'll get to it, I'm sure, again as we go through the world. But yeah,
Yep.
I'm involved. Like the friendlies, I don't care that much about 'cause it's a friendly, but when it comes to
Yeah.
Gold Cup time, when it comes to even our Nations League, CONCACAF Nations League is really bad. Like CONCACAF as a federation, Brandon, it's awful. Like it's one of the worst.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst federation in the world. And the
Oh, boy.
U.S. can't still do much, which it is what it is. But it's yeah, and so it's fun. And again, like soccer as the world's game, each country has their own kind of approach to it, and that's what makes it fun. Like you'll see, like the Mexico game in Mexico tomorrow to open. That's gonna be special right there, right? Mexico, South Africa played each other to open a lot of these tournaments. That's gonna be a pretty special thing down there to open the tournament in Mexico down there. It's going to be really cool to see. And then, of course, the U.S., Canada goes up against Bosnia. If there's anything, I'm kind of rooting for Bosnia because of that national anthem that they came up with.
Don't even.
Because Bosnia, have you seen the Bosnian contention in Canada this week?
No,
No, the only
They're
thing I've seen is the
crazy, bro.
freaking song you sent me.
No, listen, bro. They are literally like in Toronto right now. The entire city is just Bosnia 2.0. There are so many flipping Bosnians just running around Toronto. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like it's great. I love it.
Meanwhile, I gotta wait a week for Portugal to play. Damn,
And I gotta wait until
That
Friday.
was wild.
Wait for my death sentence phone call to Brandon at halftime of that game on Friday. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
die.
god! I can already see he's gonna read me the U.S. men's team eulogy.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
gonna be a
yeah.
eulogy. Yeah.
Like I
If
can see it now.
If we don't win on Friday, I don't know.
Yeah, should I be like, brr, 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 brr. Like,
I don't even know. If we shouldn't lose on Friday, but if we do, it's over. It's over. It's over. Like, oh,
and there's
I'm
and
excited for that game.
there's nothing going on tomorrow because, well, first of all, this Knicks Spurs series is over, but Game 5's not tomorrow. It's Friday, right?
Well, no, it's Saturday.
Really?
It's Saturday, and then tomorrow. Obviously, the World Cup starts, and then tomorrow is Stanley Cup final. Tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
8
I was
o'clock,
gonna say,
so-
I'm like, yeah, 'cause I'm like, I know there's no Yankees baseball tomorrow because it's obviously it's a travel day. So
They switched the Stanley Cup and NBA final schedule because of the World Cup, and also just give them an extra travel day, basically.
yeah,
So it's a really weird schedule. Like game seven of the finals, if we get there, which we probably won't, but if we get there, it's on a Friday night. It's not a Sunday. So yeah, and that's because of the World Cup. Like they're trying to. Honestly, it'd be better for New York if the Knicks win in 5, so that you don't have that game at MetLife, the Yankees game,
Oh my
and then
god.
the Knicks game. So like it's probably
Oh,
better for you
my
guys to win in 5.
goodness.
So
Oh
My
it's probably
goodness.
better.
yeah.
It's probably better.
I don't need that in my area. I don't need that.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Keep it.
Yeah.
You know
So,
what? Like after tonight, the Spurs will is completely crushed. So it shouldn't even be a that shouldn't even be a game in Game
on
5.
Saturday.
The
Yeah.
Spurs should blow them out by 25. So
I'm very
point.
excited to see over the next 24 hours how New York is going to look. Because Manhattan will probably die after this game today.
oh man, yeah, man.
I don't even want to look at my social media right now.
Nah, I'm avoiding it because I'm just like I'm
You and
because
me both.
like for me, I have every reason not to just watch the Knicks, obviously as a Nets fan, but at the same time, like I'm not even like, am I pissed at how the Spurs are playing? Yeah. Like, am I pissed that it's the Knicks that are gonna win the final? Yeah.
Yeah.
But at
Yeah.
the same time, like, I can't be pissed when my team, who's a rival of theirs, just absolutely sucks complete ass.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like I can't be really that mad because I'm like, the Nets are never gonna win one, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I literally can't. This is why I tell you, I'm like, I can't watch basketball anymore because now
You're gonna be dead, yeah.
because my biggest rival is about to win a championship, and now my team's in the gutter, and the worst part is Mikal Bridges is gonna win a ring, and everybody's like, oh, the Knicks lost that trade. No, they didn't. They won because I have Sean Marks and Joe Tsai who can't tell their head from their ass. So I don't care anymore. I almost don't even want to watch basketball anymore because of how bad the Nets are. And I'm like, but you know what? I like it's like that meme where the guy's holding an umbrella over.
Yep, I knew exactly where you were going with that.
It's like just because I'm mad doesn't mean I stop.
Yeah, stop caring.
Dude, I cannot believe we're going from the Stanley Cup and NBA Finals to watching like Haiti versus Scotland this weekend or whatever the crap we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch this weekend. There's some great games this weekend, but there's also some absolute duds that I'm just gonna have on my TV all weekend.
I'm not watching Game 5 now because that's Knicks series is over, so I don't care about that anymore. So like, I'm watching like this weekend for me. Coming up is just Yankees and World Cup, and some hockey.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to watch the hockey games at all because I've been working.
You didn't miss much because they're crazy.
I know. No, I've watched the highlights of them though. That's how I know what's going on. But like,
yeah,
like I watched the last 5 minutes of the game or whatever it is. But like, and I watched OT a couple games ago, whatever it was. But like, it's like this is the 1 year where usually I watch both the finals and both finals games, but I just can't keep up this year because I'm so invested in what the Yankees are doing, obviously without Judge, that I'm just like, I need to watch my team first before I watch anybody else. Like,
yeah.
you know,
Who's excited for Austria and Jordan on Tuesday night? What are we doing?
Austria should win, right?
I would guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, neither team's gonna win a World Cup. So who cares?
Like, there's so many really bad games, and I'm like, are you gonna watch them? Yeah. I got nothing else to do. I got nothing else to do.
Because, like I said before, your country means more than your club. So
yeah.
So if I can stay up, like if because there's a late World Cup game, group stage game tomorrow at 10:00, right? Korea.
So tomorrow, Mexico, South Africa at 3, and then Korea and Czechia at 10 Eastern.
Like even if that game is bad, I'm still
gonna watch it.
Because country games are more important than their club. So I want to see two countries. If someone commits a dirty tackle, I want to see somebody get punched in the face and get red carded.
I'm excited for Canada versus Bosnia, and I know Canada's gonna win, but I'm still gonna watch it on Friday.
Well,
Absolutely,
you know why too? Because why too? Though, because miracles could happen. You never know. Too.
There's.
Look at what we just watched tonight.
Yeah.
There's going to be, because there's a lot of the African teams are going to be interesting.
They're going to be.
Well.
like this field is so oversaturated with
It's
countries.
ridiculous. It's stupid.
Like there's gonna be an upset somewhere.
I've said it. I said it when we did the brackets a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna say it again. If you're looking for an upset, take anybody against Argentina. Because you remember what they did in 2022? They had like one of the worst group stages imaginable, and they won the whole thing. They were terrible in the group stage. So, yeah. So,
I don't know.
The dumb games that I'm like, why should I watch this? If I'm not doing anything, of course I'm gonna watch them. Of course. Why not?
Yeah. I bet saying like teams that surprised like the last World Cup. I expect Morocco to be competitive again, super competitive.
Morocco made the Morocco Brazil on Saturday. Yeah. I'm gonna miss it, but I'm really excited for that game. Like I'm gonna go back and watch it when I get home.
And that's right here, I think. So I believe that game's right here.
Is it?
So
when is?
At least I thought it was.
I'm checking.
Because Brazil's over here, I think.
No, it is. Yeah, Brazil's over here. Yeah, Morocco is at New York, New Jersey Stadium. Our first game in Seattle is Belgium and Egypt on Monday. Because Belgium is here. They're training at the Sounders facility.
Yeah.
And Seahawks facility.
Yeah, honestly, Brazil and Morocco here. Morocco, like there's not many Moroccans here. There's obviously because they speak Portuguese. They were there's Brazilians everywhere in New Jersey. So
let me look. I think we did this last time. I'm just gonna double check. Crap. Obviously the U.S.-Australia game is in Seattle.
Also, real quick sidebar to the Brazilian thing, because this just pisses me off when I see people, or like it's like where I'll never forget it. I saw somebody like a few months ago post on their story, like a Brazilian person that I follow. They're like, "Oh, I'm glad to be part of the Latin community." I'm like, "Latin?
Oh,
you're Brazilian?
Latin?
You speak Portuguese?
Latin?
Oh my God!"
Like because they thought that being from South America meant they were included. No, Brazil is not included. You don't speak Spanish. You speak Portuguese.
And like, Portuguese not Latin. Okay, so
and Portuguese is Latin. You're not Latin by any means. You're not. You're not. I can't believe I like that. Like, God. Like.
So I think we did this last time. So of course Brazil, Morocco. Then Tuesday, France, Senegal. For you, Brandon, in New Jersey.
Oh God, yeah, that's gonna be a big one because not a lot of French here, but the French travel well.
They do. They travel very well. I could be missing a game, so I apologize. Miami.
It's just
Norway, Senegal.
Yeah.
Norway, Senegal.
It's just, I mean, I know that Portugal's in Miami for this World Cup, but it's a real robbery that when they were figuring this all out, that we didn't get a Portugal game. Well, we might get in the knockout stage, but we didn't get a Portugal group stage game.
What they did is they decided on the venues per the matches, because you know how the matches are numbered.
Yeah.
And number 100's the final. They decided on it based on the match number, not the actual group. So it was before the groups even came out, which is why we have a pride game with Iraq in it for some reason. So it's Seattle. So there you go. So I don't know how that's gonna go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think it's Egypt-Iran. Yeah, Egypt-Iran is our pride game.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, they didn't think that one through very well.
No, they did not. Have you ever seen a group stage game get canceled? Because that might.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know what I found out the other day? We could get USA versus Iran in the round of 32. That's a possibility.
Oh my God.
That's an actual possibility. So I don't know if that's gonna get canceled, but
Oh no!
Yeah, I found that out the other day that if things line up
Oh,
correctly, we could get USA versus Iran.
you cannot tell me that they didn't think that they just were just putting these random matches 1 through 100 and they're like, oh, we're gonna, like, there's no way if that's the possible match we're gonna get. There's
That's
no way it
possible.
could be
That's pretty likely that we're gonna get USA Iran round of 32.
Oh my God! Literally the entire world will be watching that. Not because the entire world watches soccer, but because of the political conflict.
The entire world
I mean,
watches
we-
USA
I
versus
mean-
the fucking Iran.
I mean, we played. Did we play Iran? We played Iran in 2022, didn't we? Or did we play Iraq?
I don't know. I didn't watch
USA.
one game of that.
I think we played Iraq, and it wasn't that bad.
I mean,
Because the players don't actually care. They just want to play.
I was gonna say, is this why those Middle Eastern countries hate us because we keep beating them in major tournaments? Is that what the problem is here? Like,
But here's the thing:
man.
if we get that USA Iran game, I don't know if it's gonna happen.
it
I don't think
can't.
it's
How
advisable.
could it? With the political climate being as bad as it's ever been, you cannot have that be a game.
Like, what do they do
Yeah.
though if it happens? I don't know.
I mean, you have to put them in, like, okay, fly both teams to the moon and have them play in space.
What they will probably do is they'll like reimburse the tickets or something, and they'll play it at like 7 a.m. or 5 a.m. with like no fans or something. That's probably
That's
the
it.
best thing they could do.
That's the only way they can do it, because honestly, you can't tell me there ain't gonna be no fights breaking out between those two sides if that's the magic we get.
Right. Because people don't realize that it's just football and we shouldn't like freak
Yeah,
out about it.
the players aren't invested like in they might be, but not to the extent that
Well,
know,
no,
that
but
everyone else
because in the soccer community, like, yeah, there are hardcore rivalries, but it's like we settle this on the pitch, and then when the 90 minutes are up, we move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
but I can't just given the political climate, I can't see that game taking place in front of fans. There's no way.
there's no way they can do that. Yeah, it would be bad.
Oh,
So the Somalian referee that got denied entry, they said that he had like political ties or something, which I don't know. Like, it kind of pissed me off because it's like if the USA in Canada and Mexico, there's like no visa issues, they're just letting them in. But
Yeah.
the USA, like a good port, like I think 15 Iranian coaches are not allowed. Which I'm like, guys, I understand the political issues, but this is just football. Like, why are we, I just don't like, and the hypocrisy is crazy because when Indonesia did their under 20 World Cup, and I think it was like some Middle Eastern country, they said we will not allow them entry. They just said, all right, you're not hosting it anymore. We're moving it.
Yeah.
And then for the U.S., they're just like, they're paying us so much money, blah, 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 blah. We don't care. It's like, okay, guys, like, if you want to host a World Cup, and I understand the U.S. has all these strict visa issues, I get it. And I understand why, to an extent, it exists. But, like, it's the World Cup. Like, let them go through, let them play. No one's going to blow up the freaking Eiffel Tower or not the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building because of a World Cup. Like, I just don't understand what we're freaking doing.
Are we sure about that, given what we saw from Knicks fans? Are we sure about that?
Maybe. Oh, God, I don't know. It bothers me. That's all I'm going to say. It bothers me that why are we hosting a World Cup if their contingent who deserve to be here are not allowed to enter the country? It bothers me. It just bothers me.
Yeah.
Anything else before we go? I know we went like a bit over long, but
Did we?
I'd say about 30 minutes. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
What are we covering tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here because I'm at the port, so I don't know if I'm gonna get back in time.
Okay.
We'll see.
So tomorrow I mean, obviously we have to talk about this game. I'm sure I assumed we were going to talk a little bit about the World Cup. We talked pretty much zero baseball today, so I reckon that's going to get some time. And then, pardon me. Then the other major things I would say from this week, I figured we were going to touch on it a little bit, the Mahomes deal, but probably not that long.
It's not that interesting. It's just a restructure.
Well, that's why I said not that long. Just because it's and then I kind of dabbled on a couple different things. The Deshaun Watson, those headlines from this week, I was gonna maybe
what headlines this week that he started?
Just the comments about that are going back and forth from the front office to him. And then so I've got, and then I wavered on whether to include the statements on this whole Brown and Hurts saga. I kind of just had that for like if we had time type of thing.
I'm wondering how the Brandon Sorsby thing. I don't know how to approach it because it's not done. Like they're gonna have another.
That's why I didn't even have it. That's why I didn't even have it on the list yet, because I was like you said a couple weeks ago, like this isn't really something that you can touch on while it's still in the middle. Like there was an update to it, but still not really a resolution.
The NCAA appeal is going to happen in like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Like people are thinking that the whole saga is over when it's not.
Yeah,
the NCAA is going to appeal it. So I'm like, I'm upset about it because the one thing I'll say about it before we go is like, I don't understand how we kind of get a slap on the wrist for betting illegally. We're just kind of ignoring the fact that what he did was illegal. Yeah. And that bothers me more than anything. And again, to claim that it's a mental health issue, I understand that. But to claim that it's a mental health issue without acknowledging that it's also what he did was illegal, that's what bothers me. Is that okay for me to mention, Scoop? Because I think that's like the one thing I want to get out is that that's the one thing that bothers me.
I agree with you because, and I see this happen with things like, not just me, we see it happen with things like when, like in the NFL, it hasn't happened as much recently, but for a while there were like a bunch of guys who, I can remember LeGarrette Blount, Le'Veon Bell, Josh Gordon, guys who would get hit with, cannabis suspensions. And, there would be the whole arguments, well, it shouldn't be against the rules. It shouldn't be this, that. Okay, but it is.
Yeah. But it is because
so you can't do it.
Because even at the time, or I'm talking at the time, especially with Josh Gordon, it was illegal to just have weed.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's not apples to apples, but I see where you're going.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying I have a similar mentality with this, where it's like, okay, you can believe that what he did, on a moral level, quote unquote, isn't wrong or shouldn't be, but okay, but it is. It is. So you have to abide by that.
And it is, and the issue is, it is federally. So if federal courts are handling this, or even state courts are handling it, shouldn't that be the first focus? Is that what he did was illegal?
Yeah, right.
That should be line one.
And also, you made a good point bringing up and I'm glad that you mentioned this, the whole mental health element of this, because there is a line. There is a line at which you have to, and you can and have to, one, acknowledge that there's a mental health component at play with something, and that somebody is struggling with something that is an actual disorder or disease, whatever you want to call it, and also that does not exonerate them from responsibility for their actions.
Yeah, and it does bother me because it's like, okay, the judge is a Texas judge. He's clearly a Texas Tech fan, I would assume. There is inherent bias here anyway. It's like, so, and again, it goes back to the NCAA is a mess, and they're just wanting the courts to handle everything, and we've talked about this months ago. Line one shouldn't be, this is a mental health condition. Line one should have been, this guy bet excuse the NCAA and him being a quarterback. Line one should be he bet an exorbitant amount of money in a state where it was illegal, 100% illegal for him to do what he did. That should be line one, period. And it's not, and that's what bothers me. And I might be a hypocrite saying this in a way because, let's be honest, NFL players or anybody in any high stature, that includes Brandon Sorsby, is not like judges have some leniency to that. And it's also a major issue. But I think it is kind of, that should be line one for me, is this was illegal and it should be treated as such versus, oh, I just want to play football. At that point, who cares about football?
Yeah. Like, it's like, I think about it with the whole, like, because speaking of the whole weed thing, remember what Brittany Griner went through in Russia?
Yep.
They tried, and it wasn't like the keep in mind, she didn't know that she had it in her bag or whatever, but Russia was like, listen, this is our law, and you got to follow it. And was it awful? Absolutely. Because Russia also has ties with the U.S. that are obviously not favorable, but again, it is law. So they focused on it as a law case, for better or for worse. You could argue worse, but still. Continue, Brandon.
But the thing is, you have to look at it from a legal sense, though. It's like you like any time that the law comes into play in any situation, whether it's a mental health crisis incident or whether it's gambling or no matter what it is, if the law is involved, it has to be looked through the legal lens before anything else can occur.
Yeah,
it has to. That first and foremost.
And even if she didn't, if we're talking about Brittany now, even if she didn't know this one thing or the other, one of the first things that they'll tell you in any legal situation is ignorance to the law is not an excuse to break the law.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a fair point. And again, how she was tried in Russia was abusive and awful. But that's also what the country is, unfortunately, so you need to be careful. Yeah. And thank God that we actually have a women's basketball in particular now is at a place where these women don't have to go overseas anymore if they don't choose to. So thank God that's a thing. Because that was really the issue that bothered me the most. But yeah, it bothers me that the whole thing is just a mental health thing, and that's the focus versus, what he did was obscenely illegal, and it should be focused on that way. So that's kind of the one thing I wanted to clarify is, like, you could talk about the NCAA stuff, and that does matter because it's in a bad state. But it should be focused on as a legal thing. And I'm confused as to why the NCAA feels like, I know why, because they want to protect their image. But aside of their image, the defense should have been, or I guess the offense, whatever it's called, should have been what he did was illegal. He should not be allowed to play college sports. And that was not the defense that was used. And that bothers me a lot. Because if I was a lawyer, that would be my defense. If you're focused on mental health things, bro, I have a laundry list of things that you bet on. This was illegal. Why should he be allowed to play college football? And they didn't do that. I understand it's an image protection thing and whatever, but the NCAA image is down the toilet anyway, so who cares? It's the image could not be worse. So
what in the world am I listening to?
I'm struggling because my laptop is dying, so I'm trying to plug it in.
How is the new laptop, by the way?
Well, hold on. This is twofold. I was trying to be inconspicuous by plugging my charger in, and clearly that didn't work. So
that's fine.
Sounded like you were playing with empty beer bottles.
So yeah. So basically now it's
oh my god, that reminds me. If you don't know who to root for the World Cup, just pick your favorite beer, and whatever country that beer's from, that's your team. Very easy.
I don't drink alcohol, so
if you drink. Yeah.
If you drink, that's the right way to do it.
Yeah, what about a good Bud Light? No, I'm kidding.
What in the world was that?
Bud Light is the definition of piss water.
Yeah, I know. That's why I made fun of it. But at the same time, yeah, no, the computer. I told us on Scoop earlier. Computer's good. I told him what was wrong with it. Well, I told you. I think I told. Did I tell you what was wrong
Yeah.
with my computer?
Yeah. We did a whole segment on it, dude.
Yeah, I listen. The days just blend into one another. I don't remember.
No,
anymore.
that's very real. That's very real.
But you know, but at the same time, yeah. So basically, they found they took it out. They sent that SSD back. I was like, why do we need it? It's not even out. Like, just throw it out. Why?
SSDs are cheap anyway. You can buy an SSD for $40 if you want to. Who cares?
So they put the right one in there, which was what it was supposed to be, because it's supposed to be a 1 terabyte SSD. They put their own in there. Lenovo put their own in there, so this is completely how it should be. So I swear, if this computer craps itself again, you're gonna see me when I use my phone again. Well, not when, if I'll say if, because please God, don't let it happen again.
I'll make a bet. Our first show for FAH is whatever that one. I think it's Wednesday, September 4th. That special Seahawks game. Watch, it's gonna crap during show. That's my bet.
No. I pray not.
I mean, write that down, so in case it does happen, you can say you were right.
All right, it's on air.
Advance. Yeah, like I feel like, I mean, so far so good. I mean, I had to get stuff transferred over today. This is the first day I'm actually like properly using it. But I mean, it's giving me no problem saying we got the computer guy that we've known since I was a little kid. We got him to switch the over from my old computer to my new one. There's about 1 or 2 more things I got to drag over, but just small stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, this computer's up and running now, so hopefully it doesn't crap itself. I'm still trying to figure out what the best lighting looks like here.
It's not bad. It's
better than it was before. It's better than it was before when I used to think of a white sheet of paper. But so it looks all right. But wait, so real quick, did the audio quality sound better on the phone or through here?
I don't remember.
You're using a mic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it sounds better now because you're actually using a proprietary microphone. Yeah.
Yeah. Like my
proprietary or the right word? I don't know.
I think my phone. There's Jalen Hurts. My phone. I think has better like picture quality.
I would say so.
It's a Pixel. What do you expect? Their entire thing is picture quality.
Yeah, but I think sound-wise, I think I'm good with the mic and the computer setup and all that stuff. Well,
it's not bad.
Nobody needs to see it super HD anyway. Who cares?
I changed our settings on both of our streams because we were streaming at 720p for like a month, and it pissed me off. And so I switched it.
We're streaming with an Xbox 360 console.
Yeah, like who runs things at 720p now?
I mean, I'll tell you what, I do only if the higher resolutions kind of freeze or crash a little bit. Then I will. I'll dumb it down.
That does bother me that the majority of cable networks are still on 720p.
Yeah,
it's considered cheaper, and I think that's dumb. Like that bothers me a lot.
It's anything for them to save a buck. That's all it is.
Pretty much. Like the fact that they can't get 4K fiber or whatever it is. It's unbelievable. Like, why would I buy a 4K cable package when everything's up converted from 720p anyway and stretched? Stupid. It's really bad. I'm someone who can see frame rates pretty well just because I'm around computers so much. So stuff like that just really bothers me. So yeah, that's why I changed it to 1080p.
I used to.
on
sorry.
No, go Soup.
No, I was just gonna say it's so funny because I think back to when I used to intentionally, instead of watching when high def, when they were just coming out with high def, and there would be high def versions of channels and standard def versions for that period, that short period of time where they would offer.
That still exists.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh,
You
I
don't want to
haven't
look in
seen
New York
that.
City right now. New York City looks like a ball drop in Times Square.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
No, thank you. But anyway, look, there was a period of time where I preferred to watch the standard def version because for some reason the high def version hurt my eyes.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Standard def hurts my eyes. Standard def actually hurts my eyes. It really
Yeah, I
does.
think now I think now I would be the same, but when I was younger, for some reason, I didn't like high def, and I don't know why.
That's
Standard.
understandable.
I mean, like I'm so used to watching like 1080p and 4K now that I'm like, now when I go back to like 720 or whatever, I'm like my eyes actually start to hurt from watching it.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
rough. It's rough. It's rough.
yeah. See, I have to make this joke, and I know Scoop saw it already, but this is just funny to
Oh
me.
boy.
The one that Max Manus posted about Paul Goldschmidt.
Yep.
Yeah, that it says the year is 2080. Paul Goldschmidt is 93 years old. He's still starting every night for the Yankees, despite being signed in March as an insurance policy. He's still delivering 2 hits every game. Volpe is also still starting for some reason. That's a separate conversation.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Well, thank you guys for spending 2 hours with us. Thank you for having me come on after Wiffle Ball Scoop. I appreciate it. During the
I'm glad that you were able to make it. Hopefully you'll make it tomorrow, but either
we'll
way,
see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how tomorrow goes.
Yeah. All right.
Check if I do make it through to the port tomorrow. Check what's the Scoop social channels because I'll post all the surrounding World Cup festivity stuff.
Sounds good.
At my local
Sounds
port.
good. Thank you. Yeah. And either way, and Brandon and I will be on here in about 18 hours with all your normal WTS content for What's the Scoop episode 117. Until then,
You're on 118,
Rob,
correct? Is it 118? Because 117 was last week, wasn't it? Or am I tripping?
No, that was 116.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah.
Oh, we're all just messed up. We're tired.
For Rob, Scoop, and Brandon, have a good night.